When most people think of a narcissist, they envision a person who loves to be the center of attention and acts as if they can do anything and knows everything. A person who confuses arrogance with confidence and is a jerk to anyone who is not a benefit to them in the moment. But what if I told you that there is a subtype of narcissist who self-deprecates, who listens to your problems for hours while giving advice and seem to root for you? The catch? It's all an act to later manipulate you. Many people believe that narcissists are grandiose jerks who you can spot a mile away, that they are self-centered without any empathy or care for others. This is the narcissist who yells to the world, "Look how great I am." But this is just one side of the narcissism coin. On the other side is a brooding person who hates themselves, the world, and their life. They are still entitled and self-centered, but for them, nothing is ever good enough. These are the people who constantly complain and play the victim. Their motto is, "I could have been great if it wasn't for X." And they despise people who have more than them or are happier than them, for they believe these people got what was due to them. But open attacks is not their style. Silently plotting your downfall and ruin is where they get their enjoyment from. To understand how the subtype of narcissist operates, it's important to differentiate between two main subtypes of narcissists, overt and covert. The overt narcissist is the stereotypical narcissist who is full of themselves. They believe they can do anything, knows everything, is always right, cannot make a mistake, and wants everyone to know and recognize how great they are. They often seem fearless and willing to charge in and do things. This may come off as extreme confidence, but is often due to their arrogance where they believe they can do anything, even if they've never tried it before or have no knowledge in the subject. They seldom have time to listen to your stories or problems and can seem larger than life. They can be exciting to be with and sometimes even fun, as they do love action and don't mind lifting others up as long as you give them the validation they need. The covert narcissist is the total opposite. It is almost as if their self-image has collapsed and they realized they are not as great as they think they are. Yet they still have entitlement and self-centeredness where they believe they should be great and that they are in some way superior to others. Internally they hate themselves and their life. It does not matter how successful they are, it is never good enough. There is always something to complain about. They believe their glory and happiness were stolen from them, which creates an intense hatred in them for people who they believe are better off or happier than them. But here's the twist, they seldom outright show this hatred, nor does it fuel them to improve their life. Instead, they use this dark energy to drive them to gain your confidence with the sole purpose of making your life more miserable than theirs and even destroy your happiness, so they can feel better about their life. Covert narcissists are people smart. They understand that if they act like a jerk or openly display arrogance, people won't trust them. And for the covert narcissist, it is essential that you trust them, for then they can get all your deepest secrets, insecurities, and fears from you. These will later be used to manipulate, hurt, and destroy you. From experience, they know that if they show empathy and seem like they really care, you'll start to believe they're on your side. You'll think they're someone you can count on, someone who's got your back. They will often sit for hours listening to your issues and will even offer good advice. They may even help you financially or in other ways, just enough to make you feel like they really care so they gain your trust. But it is all an act. You see, deep down, they are constantly measuring themselves against you. And they hate the idea of anyone being happier, more successful, or more admired than they are. Which is most people, as the covert narcissist always thinks they deserve more and that other people have it easier than them. But instead of showing that openly, they play the long game. At first, the covert narcissist is often the kindest and sweetest person you ever met. They will frequently promise you things or give you things and attention no one has ever done for you. and will treat you exactly how you wished you were always treated, as they are exceptional listeners and skilled at picking up unsaid needs. Yet, they do not use this knowledge to make a deep connection with you. They use it to manipulate you and to make you emotionally invested in them. By knowing you inside and out, they can start pushing your buttons by saying and doing just the right thing at the right time to make you believe whatever suits their agenda. For instance, in the beginning, they give you super helpful advice and help, although it may seldom lead to great success. As soon as they have your confidence, they start to shoot down any idea you have that they believe can make you more successful than them, unless they can claim credit for your success. They may, for instance, say that you do not have the skills or conviction to make something work, or will not be happy in a career you wish to follow. Believing they have your best interest at heart, it is often difficult to see their advice is incorrect due to their ulterior motives. This can cause you to let great opportunities pass by and even alter your career path or who you marry, just because the narcissist does not want you to be more successful or happier than them. Some may have such a grudge against the world and you that they will actively plan to destroy your life and knowingly give you advice that will harm you, such as telling you to invest in a company they know is going bankrupt, or to leave your job to work at a place they know will retrench you in a few months. Dealing with a covert narcissist can be incredibly damaging to your self-esteem, your happiness, and your overall well-being. They slowly chip away at your self-confidence, leaving you questioning your every decision, all while they subtly sabotage your success and joy. This is often the ultimate goal, to drag you down so they can feel superior. Because they are masters at hiding their narcissism, it is often extremely hard to spot them before they have done significant damage. For they are masters of cognitive dissonance, mixing just enough good advice and seemingly helpful actions with bad advice and sabotaging actions to confuse you about their intentions and make you believe they did not intentionally mean to hurt you. This confusion can even make you believe you are the one at fault. Over time, they will destroy your trust in yourself and your own decisions, making you increasingly reliant on their guidance and help. They make you feel like the biggest failure in the world, no matter what you achieve, and make you feel responsible for their unhappiness. You might find yourself feeling guilty for trying to prioritize your own needs, believing you have a duty to put your life on hold to fix their issues they refuse to deal with, and to make them happy. Yet, nothing you do is ever enough. They are an endless pit of negativity that will consume your life and slowly start to drain the joy out of your life. Activities you once loved become chores, and things that used to bring you happiness now feel empty. Being around them is exhausting, physically, emotionally, and mentally. You might feel like you're losing your mind as they refuse to take responsibility for their issues, choosing instead to complain incessantly about trivial matters or problems they could easily fix. The attention they gave you in the beginning, that was just a ploy to make you care about them, to make you feel obligated to improve their life. But the truth is, they don't want their life to get better. They want someone to fix their mistakes, carry their burdens, and constantly reassure them that the world has wronged them. They'll suck up your time, money, energy, and opportunities, leaving you a shadow of your former self. And when you're no longer of use to them, they'll discard you without a second thought. It's essential to look beyond those isolated moments of kindness or seemingly helpful advice and focus on the narcissist's overall behavior. While their actions might occasionally seem genuine, it's a pattern that reveals their true intentions. They don't genuinely care about you. In fact, they despise it when you outshine them. When they ask about your life, your secrets, your dreams, it's not out of concern or interest. They're gathering ammunition to use against you later. They want to crush your self-image because they can't stand how much they hate themselves. Their goal is to make you feel worse about yourself than they feel about themselves, so they can say, "At least I'm not as miserable as you." They want to ruin your life so they can feel better about theirs, finding comfort in the thought that your life is even more of a mess than theirs. To them, you're just a tool, something to be exploited, or someone to make them feel better about their own shortcomings. Never trust them. Never share your secrets, fears, hopes, or dreams with them. Protect yourself by seeing the bigger picture and understanding that their kindness is just a mask for deeper, more destructive motives. Covert narcissists are some of the most dangerous people you can encounter because they hide behind a mask of kindness, empathy, and support, only to use that facade to plant seeds of doubt, insecurity, and guilt in your mind when you least expect it. The best way to protect yourself is to pay attention to patterns of behavior rather than isolated acts of kindness. If someone's actions consistently make you feel worse about yourself, or if they seem to relish your struggles more than your successes, it's time to step back and reassess the relationship. Trust your instincts, and don't be afraid to distance yourself from anyone who doesn't have your best interests at heart. Because covert narcissists are so skilled at making you depend on them, breaking free can be incredibly challenging. To learn effective strategies on regaining your independence, check out the video suggested to you right now.